I've been asked to make it interactive. Could you stand up, please? Okay. Could you sit down? Okay, it's done. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm particularly delighted and happy and proud to be one of the speakers today. To me, the speeches, the presentations you've heard and you're going to listen to are like appetizers, and I hope you'll be hungrier still when you leave this room. Still hungry, still foolish. First of all, I would like to pay tribute to Luc de Brabander, who was the first to make me understand what creativity meant. My speech today will totally dedicate it to creativity. But maybe a few words about what creativity exactly means, what it is and what it is not, because there's often a confusion between creativity and innovation. Creativity is a new way of looking at, comprehending, perceiving reality. Innovation is about changing reality. Creativity doesn't change anything except the way you look at things. Innovation modifies reality. Creativity is about thinking. Innovation is about acting. That is not the same. There is a link, a liaison between creativity and innovation, and you can be creative without innovation, and you can innovate without being creative. And the good news today is that you are and can be more and more creative. Being creative means having ideas, new ideas, lots of new ideas. With creativity, we are in the world of ideas. We are in the world of words. Plato said that the knowledge of words leads to the knowledge of things. And I agree with him, even though he's not aware of it. Creativity means that you are in the world of ideas, but you are also in the world of images. The word idea in ancient Greek means vision, image, representation. And being creative necessitates the abandonment of an old idea. That's the point. And that's not that easy, you know that well. Let me tell you a little story you maybe know. A group of scientists placed 5 monkeys in a cage, and in the middle of the cage they put bananas on the top of a ladder. Every time a monkey went up the ladder to get those bananas, the scientists soaked the rest of the monkeys with cold water. After a while, every time a monkey went up the ladder to get those bananas, the others beat him up, obviously. And after some time, no monkey dared to go up the ladder, regardless how tempting the bananas were. Scientists then decided to replace one of the monkeys. And the first thing the new monkey did was obviously to try to get those bananas and climb up the ladder. And immediately the 4 other monkeys beat him up, of course. And after several beatings, the new member learned not to climb the ladder, even though he did not know why. A second monkey was substituted. And then the same thing occurred. And the third monkey was changed. And the same thing happened. Even the 2 previously replaced monkeys beat the third monkey up. The 4th and the 5th were replaced. And what was left was a group of 5 monkeys that, although none of them had ever received any cold showers, continued to beat up any monkey that attempted to climb up the ladder and to get those famous bananas. And if it was possible, if it were possible to ask the monkeys why they chose to beat up any monkey who attempted to get those bananas on the top of the ladder, their response would probably be similar to, "We don't know. That's exactly how things are done here." Does it sound familiar to you? And why does it happen? Because we perceive the reality through a mixture of shapes that we build and that lead us to recognize in each image we see the most simple, the best known, the most reassuring structure, the structure we most agree with. That is what we call stereotypes. And it comes from habits, inhibition, taboos, language, culture, education. That's how we build our world. But there is more to it than that. According to the constructivists, you do not see the world as it is, but through what you are. And it is not nice what you like, it is what you like that is nice. Paul Václavic from the so-called Palo Alto School said one day that we build the world, whereas we think of perceiving it. And what we call reality, individual reality, social reality, ideological reality, it's an interpretation. It's an interpretation built by and through the communication. That's the reason why each vision of life, each vision of world is so different from each other. And it gives rise to problems of communication. Have you ever heard about that story of a woman complaining, "Oh, honey, you never buy me anything"? And the husband turns to his wife, "Oh, darling, I didn't know you had anything to sell." That's exactly what this military wife has perfectly understood. She doesn't say, "Honey, have you bought milk?" She speaks differently to her husband. It's not the case for these two simple chickens. And you know how hard it is to share the same vision as his or her partner. No, I think no comments necessary here. Everyone has their own vision. And everyone is convinced that it's the truth, only because they think of it. Nevertheless, stereotypes are very useful. It's true that without them, you would not be able to understand this text. According to the research at Cambridge University, it doesn't matter in what order the letters in the word are. The only important thing is that the first and the last letter be in the right place. The rest can be a total mess, and you can still read it without a problem. This is because the human mind does not read every letter by itself, but the word as a whole. When you're reading it, you're using yourself. You're using your knowledge. After all, you are the sum total of your knowledge. But the problem stays the same. As I'm trying to illustrate, we think stereotypically, and it's an unacceptable obstacle to creativity. Abraham Maslow said one day that if all you have in hand is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. We have a problem. We need to find new ways, and more particularly, new ways of thinking. We need to expand the reality. We need to create new ways and new categories and to find tools that enable us to think differently, further, and higher. John Cleese said, creativity is not a talent, it's a way of operating. And we need to think not only outside of the box, but we need to be able to think about the next box, the next boxes. As John Cleese said, we need new ways of operating. And the oxymoronic mind could well be one of them. An oxymoron is a figure of speech that combines mutually exclusive terms. You have an oxymoron when two contradictory or inappropriate terms are either put together or appear side by side. The origin of the word oxymoron can be traced back to two Greek words, oxy, which means sharp, and moron, which means dull. They are often designed to call attention to an apparent contradiction or to reveal a paradox. Our day-to-day conversations are filled with oxymora. Books, literature, songs, movies, arts, all about with oxymora. Does anyone here happen to have a list with some examples?
I do.
Okay. Oh, you're throwing that like a banana to a monkey. Okay, bittersweet, huh? Serious game, correct. Plastic glass, mandatory option, yeah. Never say never. Negative growth, negative interest rate, correct, very good. Virtual reality, expressive silence, I cannot tolerate intolerance, to hurry slowly, and Microsoft works. That's not fair. That's not fair. How about literature? Yes? Someone else? Yes? You do? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. What is in there? Milton has talked about darkness visible, yes. Spencer about proud humility, correct. Shakespeare, about sweet sorrow. Marshall McLuhan, global village, of course. Oh, heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health. Must be Shakespeare, isn't it? Okay. Here are some examples. I'll give you some more. How to fail the most successfully, how to be a sincere phony, divided unity, identically different, correct? Maybe my favorite, social business. Muhammad Yunus invented the concept and the expression social business. Alone together, yes. Back to the future, of course. A hard day's night. Do you know that the wonderful Dutch architect, Mies van der Rohe, he coined the phrase less is more? Okay, no explain. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. These are oxymora, but you can go further and enter the world of the oxymoronic mind. Here are some examples. It's forbidden to forbid. George Bush Center for Intelligence. 3M's non-sticking glue. This is a painting by Magritte, and it's called The Ignorant Fairy. Ignorant Fairy. Wonderful. Can you read this? It's in Braille. It says, don't touch. Okay? You've got it. You've got it. Well, so everybody has their own way, that's correct. Okay. Can you read it? Okay. The same idea with crucial marks. Please accept my resignation. I don't want to belong to any club that will accept people like me as a member. Okay, I think you've got it, but let's go back to the oxymoron itself. What is an oxymoron designed for? In logic, the principle of the principle of the excluded middle states that every concept is either false or true. And for 100 years, it has informed us. It has forced us to think in terms of either or, black or white. A door must be closed or open. No halfway house. With the oxymoronic mind, you should probably now have the ability to think in terms of and imagine maybe what an open and a closed door might mean. But how do you achieve the oxymoronic mind? Later, you'll have the opportunity to take part in a workshop where you can probably improve your own oxymoronic mind. But remember, whatever you think, try to think the opposite at the same time. And you will see what emerges from this clash. You will see what emerges from this forceful dialectical contradiction. No matter what problems you have in your company, with your colleagues, in your projects, in your products, I'm sure you'll discover the power of the oxymoronic mind. It's been a pleasure talking to you.